Okay, so we have now come to the final topic of motivation, which is about the current issues in motivation. So the first issue is that motivating employees in current economic condition. You know that the economic condition nowadays, especially due to COVID-19, is very tough. Yeah, it's very tough, and this is the most difficult time that we have ever faced. Okay, so when there is this pandemic COVID-19, it has caused to the economic recession. Actually, when we see the cycle, the economic recession is happening every 7 to 8 years or 10 years. Um, cycle, yeah, 10 year cycle. So but it happens again when there is these external conditions such as this pandemic COVID-19 has caused the economic to become worse and worse. Okay, so this has caused to the organizations face very difficult times. Yeah, they have to face this challenge, and this is the time where they have to lay off. Yeah, lay off means terminating the employees. Okay, and they have very tight budgets. Yeah, and normally there is no increase in the pay. Yeah, no increase in the pay, there is no salary increment, or very minimum, yeah, very minimum increment. And most of the time companies who are facing with this difficult time, yeah, so they will cut the benefits and incentives to the employees. Yeah, no bonuses. Yeah, and employees will have to work long hours, but with the same salary. You know what I mean? They have to work overtime because of many of the others colleagues have been laid off, have been terminated, and they have to cover the others friends jobs, but they didn't receive any increase in the salary. Okay, so these are the reality that the organizations are facing. Okay, so if you can still remember, if you read news recently in November or October this year, there is this manager from one of these multinational companies. So this manager has been laid off. Yeah, has been laid off because of some part of it is because of the disciplinary problem, and another part of it is because of the organizations need to lay off because of very tight budgets. So what happened was these employee who have been laid off. Okay, the factory is actually in Perak. Yeah, in Perak. So this man, yeah, this man who drove his car and just this car was just hit the building of this production department of the factory. Okay, and then the company or the factory has lost around 1 million ringgit due to this hit. Yeah, so this man, then after he hit this plant or this factory, he just went off and ran away. And unfortunately, maybe because of stress, because of losing job, he was just he was not in a very good condition, with emotional depressed. So he tried to cross the street and then get hit by a lorry, and he died at that location. So this was a very sad story about a manager in one factory. So due to the layoff and due to the stress of these situations, especially during these COVID-19 situations, many of the people, they are struggling. Yeah, especially to the organization, they are struggling to motivate the employees to perform better and better. So there is one issue. Next issue is how company would manage cross-cultural motivational challenges. Yeah, cross-cultural motivational challenges. So you see that the theories that we have learned, yeah, the theories of early theories, and then we learn about the contemporary theories of motivation. So most of the theories are basically established or proposed by the US, US scholars. Okay, so we cannot actually simplify, or we cannot actually simply say that there is this link between these theories that have been proposed in the US and the practice that we have in the Southeast Asia, especially in Malaysia. So managers cannot just simply, assume that all the motivational programs that have been practiced in other countries, in other part of the world, would be suitable to the employees in their own countries, because it deals with different culture. Yeah, and as you know that American culture, Japanese culture, Korean culture, Chinese culture are different with us, Malaysian culture. So that managers will be able to suit with the needs of the motivations of people in the context, in the culture of the context, region or location. Okay. Next issue is related to how can we motivate unique groups of workers. Yeah, unique group of workers. As you can know, in organization, there are several groups, right? We've got majority in organization is Generation X and Y. Yeah, Generation X and Y. So Generation X who were born in 1978 or 1979 or 1980 towards 19 sorry who were born in 1980s, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, Generation X who were born in 1980 to 1998, something like that. Yeah, so then Generation Y 1998 towards 2000 something. So they have definitely different preferences, different way of work, right? So that managers would be, would need to suit with the needs of these people, such as they can have these options such as compressed work week. So certain employees, they prefer to work longer daily hours, okay, but fewer days, right, rather than having a traditional way from 9 to 5. So this compressed work week might be suitable to the parents who have small kids, things like that. Yeah, and then another options, they have flexible work hours such as flex time. Yeah, so flexible work hours may be suitable to the needs of different, some people, they don't want to come out from their house early in the morning because of its traffic jam here and there, so they can actually adjust the time to be at office and maybe at 10 or 11 a.m. then finish their work very late. So being flexible in terms of assigning hours to the people who have certain kinds of preferences or problems. Yeah, so there is what we call as flex time. Next one is job sharing. So basically, job sharing means two or more people split a full-time job. It means that they share certain jobs. Yeah, they share certain jobs that have been assigned so that they will be able to perform the task effectively. And finally is telecommuting. Yeah, so people can work from home using the computer link, so that there is this database or cloud system, so that employees who work from home can easily access to the data system and so on. Yeah, so nowadays, due to COVID-19, people are working from home, so we call it as work from home. So yeah, sometimes people says that working from home is not as productive as working in the office, but some people says that working from home cause a lot of distress, because they need to think about their work 24/7, 24 hours a day. Yeah, there is non-stop. So it depends. So this is how an organization need to to make sure that employees are being equipped with appropriate trainings when they are at home, yeah, and need to have a good monitoring system so that the employees would be able to perform the best, although bosses cannot see them working, you know what I mean. Yeah, so this is also another current issues related to having motivate the different work groups of employees. Yeah. Next is motivating professionals. Yeah, this is another issues. Okay, so as you can see that characteristics of professionals are strong and long-term commitment to their field of expertise. Okay, are they loyal or not to their profession? Yeah, and have the need to regularly update their knowledge and don't define their work week as 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Okay. And finally, motivating contingent workers. Okay, so contingent workers is like part timers, right? Other subcontractors. Okay, so this is the opportunity to become a permanent employee. Okay, the opportunity for the contingent workers to become a permanent employee in the organizations, and the opportunity for training as well as the equity in compensation and benefits, whether they feel the fairness in terms of compensation and benefits, and motivating low skilled and minimum wage employees. There must be a employee recognition programs and provision of sincere praise.